Hello, hello, hi, hello, it is me, it is I, small town dear on the internet, and I'm back. One thing I'm gonna explain is that I had to dot an eye, like a little bit of liquid eyeliner over there because I've got a pimple and I wasn't gonna pop it and risk scarring there, so I have a beauty dot there today. That's it, like, get with it. I know I'm a week behind. Really sorry, I just could not get in front of the camera last week. It was not happening. No matter how much I tried to make it happen, it wasn't happening. But we're back down here on the internet to discuss the Real Housewives of Cape Town, the episode before the reunion. So that's episode 12, I think. The episode was really a filler sort of episode up until the end. I think it was, as a historian, I'll have you know, the housewives trips. I know that Rixie and Lou planned this trip, but what usually happens is that it's a partnership with an establishment and they get the advertising, right? So essentially what had to happen this episode, whatever deal they have with the establishment, me, who's a historian, like looking at it, you had to showcase what the establishment has to offer. So we had to see what the lodge has to offer in the first part of the episode. I'm load shedding. I knew this would happen. So I need to switch my, what is this? My power bank to, my ring light to my power bank because we need light. Okay, hang with me please. I'm so sorry. All right, we're back in it. All right. We see in this episode, I'm so thirsty. I should have got myself a glass of water before I set my ass down here. So we see all manner of like activities that they offer at the establishment. Loveline and Camilla go horseback riding, and then Rixie and what's her name, Beverly, do a stretch in the morning, a little yoga moment out on the lawn, and they're looking at the elephant. So it is really about showcasing whatever deal they have with the establishment. They are fulfilling their end at our expense because this was nothing. This is nothingness. Okay, we see Rush and Lou at the pool having like a momfluencer moment. Nothing. Again, a whole lot of nothing to chew on. What was interesting was maybe Beverly finally asking Rushda about all the whips that she keeps like pulling up, and you know, is that really a Ferrari? Are these cars yours? To which Rushda like giggles very nervously. No, they're not mine. My friend owns a dealership and he's just saying that I could test some of them and figure out which one I want to buy. I don't buy the story. I don't know what she's going on. I don't know if she went to Friend and was like, I'm filming for this show, it's the Real Housewives of Cape Town, and maybe she had the idea that she's going to go into a group of really well-off affluent women and she wanted to present in a way herself, but then she just found women who wear knockoff Gucci's, you know. There's that. So then we see that, and then we also see, what is the other activity we see? Tato, Rushda, and Lou, it's not Rixie, go quad bike riding, but Rushda can't go on because she's pregnant. That's pretty much it. Then the episode really, we start to get an episode when they go later that day. It was so much jam-packed in this episode. If they had to do all those activities in one day, do all that filming in one day, good lord, these people must have been exhausted. We see them go for a safari drive. They separate them, right? They like, this is production at work. They put them in two separate vehicles. We have a scene earlier. I think it's our first scene. How do I forget this? Tato goes over to Loveline's room to just apologize one more time about how she went about that argument that they'd had at that rental home she has, or that production has for her, and really sincerely apologize. And it seems like Loveline accepts this apology. I think she's made amends enough. Like, it's like, if the person is gonna forgive you, they will in the long run, you know. If they're not, then they're not. But like, if I don't feel she needs to apologize anymore for this thing. We see that. But when they go for the game drive, they have them in separate vehicles. So we have Beverly, Loveline, and Camilla in the one vehicle, and then we have Rushta, Rixie, Lou, and Tata in the other. Tata's so drained and beat down the past couple of episodes. Like, you can tell she's at her end. She's nothing. That life of the party spunk type thing. She's so sedated. She's so, and they actually talk about it on the game drive, that you're not yourself, you don't seem yourself. And she's like, I'm really, really tried. Like, I feel like Camilla really tried me at what happened at the table at the previous episode at the brunch, when she, said I'm wearing fakes and this, then I'll wear whatever I want to wear and what have you. They get to chatting, and then in the other vehicle with Camilla, Loveline, and Beverly, we hear, and then Camilla says, her exact words were, I wrote them somewhere. Camilla says, we have a plan on how to deal with vicious girls. That's what she says. I need for us to remember that. She says that, and then they talk about how we learn in the vehicle that they are allegedly in partnership together as business partners, and they are launching a wine of their own, the three of them. The name is very cute, Housewives Reserves. Very, very cute. Very cute. I love it. Reminds me of, well, there are a lot of those. There are a lot of reserves and stuff. But this is a cute name. Loveline looks stupid to me. I am disgusted. I feel a lot of things around. They keep trying to brand it as a business opportunity, but then Camilla just said we have a plan on how to deal with vicious girls. So you are trying to get a reaction from Tato, whom you've realized by now, like, self-awareness is not her strength. The woman does not know how to regulate her emotions. So maybe taunting her and poking at her is not the best idea, because she's gonna come the fuck undone on you. And then whose fault is that, right? She can own being, unruly and not knowing how to regulate her emotions. But if you know that's the person you're dealing with, why would you antagonize that person? They're clearly wanting to hurt her. They want a reaction. Beverly's keying along. She's like, oh yeah, when we talk about it at the table and we tell the ladies about it, then they'll know that I really do drink wine. Because remember when they first arrived at this establishment, she didn't want to have the welcoming drinks and stuff, because I think they were just not to her taste. Like, they didn't look like something she would have, because a girl thinks she's that bitch. She okay, whatever. They kiki about it, it's whatever. And then we see in one car to see Camilla. Oh yeah, after the game drive, all the ladies are in their rooms and they're getting ready. Loveline then goes over to see Camilla. Why do I say Loveline is less than smart? Loveline was almost starting to grow on me, but like, forming an alliance with these women is the worst thing she can do. First of all, if this does end up, because they have a platform now, right? The whole point of getting onto shows like this is to build a brand and have people have those parasocial relationships with you where they want to support you. Then you can launch brands off of that, wines, clothing, whatever. And we, the viewers who really like you, if it's a good product, even random people will support you. But your base will probably be a group of generally women, or rather viewers of the show, who take a liking to you. So if this is a viable business and it's actually a good business, I assure you now that white woman is going to kick you the fuck out of this deal. The both of you. Beverly's not gonna care that much. She's not invested like that. You, Loveline, she's gonna kick you out. Ask Bonang about white people kicking you to the curb when things start looking like a viable business. And then they start saying that they got a raw deal, but they negotiated the deal themselves. Fucking hate Bonang's management people who were trying to fuck her out of that bubbly. Can't stand them for nothing, White people can't be trusted, cannot be trusted. There's a history, a long history of why we shouldn't trust them, especially white women. I was watching The Sandman on Netflix. I have my views on it. I don't want to get into them. That's not the point. I found it very interesting, and by interesting I mean accurate, that they decided to depict the devil as a white woman. Just the accuracy, thinking hats were on in that, writing room. Yeah, good on them. But anyway, we see, don't come on here and tell me that she's this and she's that. I saw a white woman, okay? Or something close to it, at least. Right, okay. She goes to Camilla's room. Camilla has the outfit set out. She's choosing what to wear, and then they get to talking about the wine, and then they're like, oh, let's label it and stuff. She's like, I thought she'd already have labeled this because she's had the label since we got here. So this is a long plan, right? Like, they've been smiling in Tato's face. They've been acting like everything is kumbaya and they really just care about her, but everybody's holding a grudge for whatever interaction they've had with Tato. So for Loveline, the blowout she had with Tato, she's keeping score. To Tato's face, she's not keeping score. Beverly as well is keeping score for Tato allegedly throwing her under the bus with Sagegate, right? Camilla just loves a long game, right? It's all a game for Camilla. Camilla grew up in like spaces where girls do this, right? It's tit for tat and it's mean girl shit, and we play games because they don't have real life problems. They don't need to worry about what they're gonna eat and how they're paying school fees, so they can just play these games. Anyway, she gets there, they're bottling, and this is where I learned that this is fake, because how do you Loveline the third of this business venture, or however you say that? How do you not know where Camilla chose to source this wine? Because she says that she didn't source it at the same vineyard whatever, man, the company. She didn't get it at the same place as where, what's her name? Tato gets her wine pressed, because it wasn't good, it was babsak. As Loveline had said in previous episodes, she now agrees with her, so she wasn't very keen on that. I mean, what does she say it is? What is this pricing? The pricing is, I'm disgusted. If that's true, Tato, you are actively participating in the culture that exists in the winelands, in the wine industry, where they underpay colored people. This is their fight. They should come on here and fight for themselves, really, because you already know how I really feel about them. Like, I just don't want to fight fights that aren't mine, but like, it is still disgusting that they pay them in wine cases and what have you, because then whatever white labeling deals they have with the next person, in this instance Tato, gets to be very affordable and lucrative for them, while the people that actually work the land don't get paid, right? And find themselves in a cycle of alcoholism, really, because that's the form of payment that they get on these wine ads. And it's disgusting. It's there, we know about it, it's not a secret. Like, I'm disgusted. Anyway, she says she went to a different, and then Loveline is like, oh, that's not where you went. You see how they're not even in fucking partnership? How you not know that she went with a different wine farm? How do you not know that she went to a different company to press the wine because she wasn't impressed with the other place? Because you all aren't in business like that. For all we know, this is wine that's from her own shelf that she took the label off and stuck a new one on, because this isn't about business. This is about getting under Tato's skin and getting a Tato and trying to elicit a reaction from her that makes her erratic, for you all to sit back and clutch your pearls and be like, oh my goodness, why is this woman acting like this? Oh my, when you know that you pushed her to do this. Anyway, they arrive at the dinner. Lou and Rixie, the host, try to allocate seating in such a manner that people who are just not getting along at this moment have to sit next to each other. They all walk down, everybody's looking beautiful, it's really lovely. I could say somebody rolled their eyes when Rixie walked down, because you know she's having a Rihanna pregnancy with the fashions. Everybody sits at the table. Beverly insists that Loveline swap seats with Camilla, because she's saying she wants to tame Camilla. If Camilla's to go a step too far, she'd like to be like, hey, quit that, you know. But like, you could never do that to Camilla. You could never. Camilla could like flick you. Like, that's how like a non-motherfucking factor you are to Camilla. Like, you are not gonna be the one to rein her in. Bitch, shut up. And then everybody's, as Lou has Tato's wine on the table, and finally Tato's given an opportunity to present her wine and give us some facts about it, about where it comes from, how it works, what the undertones are, all of those nice things, right? We learn that she swirls it and stuff. They take it around the table, and then here we go, Camilla with the printout. Camilla says that they went to the same establishment. They've been inspired. We have been inspired by you, Tato, to start our own wine brand. The three of us, Love Line, Beverly and I. And we went to the establishment and this and that, which then proves that you're not a winemaker. So then what is it? What is it, Camilla? Right? You all are inspired and you want to start your... First of all, white labeling is such a common thing. So common. A lot of the affordable popular brands that we know today are brands by groups of people or whatever, of people or individuals who aren't physically on the farm. Tato did not misrepresent herself to the degree that Camilla is trying to make it seem. Camilla is a classist bitch and it shows, right? If people like you, Camilla, weren't hoarding vast amounts of land all across Cape Town, maybe people like Tato who go to school to study these things would be able to acquire a little patch of land somewhere and farm their own grapes and press their own thingakis and not have to resort to white labeling. It doesn't make her not a winemaker. Maybe not to the degree that Camilla would like or Camilla respects with her classist ways, right? Because I see this for, it's so gatekeepy. I don't know how anybody else would see it for anything else, right? It's such a white community. Tato speaks about that. It's a male-dominated field, white-dominated field, and she wanted a share of it. She went to school. That's not good enough for Camilla, right? Like the qualification she has is not like prestigious enough for Camilla. It's not good enough for Camilla. She can make some wine in her garage, she says, but that doesn't make her a winemaker or what have you. It's classist. It's all classist. You wouldn't do that to another white woman. You would not. If another white woman decided that, you know what, I enjoy wine, I have good taste, or I believe I have good taste, I am going to go onto a wine farm and find out what it takes for me to bottle something that is to my liking, that I can brand and promote because I am a brand. You would just be supportive of that person, and that's how I feel. So no, this isn't an issue of trying to humble Tato or Tato like misrepresenting herself or over representing herself in terms of like her knowing about wine. It's just you feeling like this black woman. I just see it for what it is. I can't call it anything else. I can't run around it and make like it's anything else. As she does this, Roxy's like, oh, I know, Camilla, no, you're just wrong. Lou and Roxy really take up for Tato in this moment, right? Loveline then sees that, first of all, they're not getting the reaction they want. They were expecting an immediate bang from Tato, like they say this and then she's immediately like, oh, and then that didn't happen, right? So it's falling flat. Loveline is in the moment with her thick ass trying to rebrand this narrative and saying, oh no, we were really just inspired, to which Rishta replies, that's not what we're getting. That's not what we're getting here. This whole launch was to embarrass Tato, humiliate her about this passion project of hers, about her business. This wasn't about that. This was trying to humble this woman and embarrass her and her brand, and we see it for what it is. So don't come here with your rebrand up and saying, no, we were just inspired, we thought we could launch it, today is my birthday, this, that, and the other. Shut up, you're a bubbles girl. Why don't you just come out with the champagne? Somebody will buy it, not me. I'm buying Bonang shit. Somebody will buy it. Like, I'm smart for your shit, so I'm not trying to buy nothing by you, you know? So as the ladies are sitting at the table, they go back and forth about that's not what like your intention was, clearly. And then now Beverly wants to separate herself from being part of the mess. Like, don't involve me. I don't know who said what, but Beverly was, I'm like, girl, you were the main one. You're one of three. It's the power of three. Shout out to Charm. It's the power of three. Like, You are Buttercup in the Powerpuff Girls. You were in on this. What do you mean we shouldn't involve you, girl? Nothing really. Oh, Tato goes off now at Camilla, and she ends up throwing a glass of wine on her. That is uncalled for. I don't care. That woman needs to rein herself in. She needs help, and I don't know if she can be helped. I adore her. Like everybody else, I see somebody that needs saving, but good lord, she's unhinged. She's all the way the fuck undone, actually. Hey, oh god, she's much too much. That's pretty much it. That is pretty much it. Lou and Beverly have a couple of words where it's like, you went back and told Tato what I said about her talking about me, and then Lou's like, yeah, I did, because that's what you said. And she's like, no, you didn't. What you said to her wasn't what I said to you. And then I believe Lou. Lou's like, that is exactly what you said to me, and if you don't speak to me ever again for it, I don't care. Rixie has left the table at this moment. She's done with these bitches. One of my friends is like, Rixie is not good for reality television. She doesn't know how to engage the maze. And I said to her, I think that's how she regulates her emotions, because how she dealt with Tato at that event, the Papsak event that they had at that rental home, at that Airbnb, how she dealt with her, it was escalating. She was getting agitated with Tato not giving her answers, and she's really getting physical with her. So I think Rixie leaving is a way of regulating her emotions and making sure she doesn't get physical with people. It's what she's had to do to keep from becoming a beast. So she's doing it now on camera. It doesn't make for compelling reality television when she's not engaging with the drama, or at least being present for the drama. Rixie just, Rushta sits through the drama. I don't know what she adds by doing that. My friend seems to think, you know, at least just sit there. And I'm like, girl, they both need to engage the drama. They just do. That's what we see. Camilla is over there. Wine on her face. Acting like the world's biggest victim. And I have no idea why I felt nothing. I looked at her, and in as much as I don't condone violence and I'm not for Tato doing what she did, she's just put on like an act too many that this felt like another theater moment, right? Maybe the initial, you know, was a shock to the system. It was jarring, but then she really laid it on thick. It was just like, okay, girl. Okay, Meryl. Anyway, that's it. I'll see you guys soon. I'm going to try and, if the power bank will allow me, record the first part of the reunion. It was interesting. That's it for now though. Mwah, mwah, mwah. Oh, please do like, comment, share, and subscribe. Let your people know about me. We would love to grow this channel. Bye.